Making toys from 80s cartoon history. Ramen toys are not such a mystery. Cool is Ace, but no elite. Creating what collectors crave endlessly. Passion burns the midnight oil for every fan and loyal foil. Ramen toy is for the fans, making what you want we can. Ramen toy, the will to make collectibles we all can relate. Kaizen, the word though Japanese, has always been our philosophy. Copycats and knockoffs we are not, 'cause creative foundation is what we've got. Ramen toy is for the fans, making what you want we can. Ramen toy, the will to make collectibles we all can relate. Third parties TF we have seen, then come the thought not many dream. What if we did them 80s from the TV screen? Our reach is really small. Should I be really care at all? Bet we made a great team if they know what we really mean. Ramen toy is for the fans, making what you want we can. Ramen toy, the will to make collectibles we all can relate. 5 years we've been in retro style, modern art with vintage smile. 80s man, that's up just right. The Singapore boy shines at night. Ace leads on with fearless might. Every project takes new height. Retro artistic modern 80s nostalgia. It's the ramen, and that is that. Even though we like a bowl of that.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Ramen Toy live stream with me, Ace. How is everybody doing today? Thank you for joining me today. And of course, right out the bat, I'd like to apologize for the glitch that we had at SDCC when we were supposed to have a live stream, obviously, but couldn't get a connection. Yeah, just couldn't get a connection, man. So yeah, it's still back. Good to be back in home base with the plugged connection. And of course, just make sure we are actually broadcasting okay. Please let me know if you're hearing me okay. Right? Is the audio good? Is the video good? All right. As I say hi to you guys, right? Cell Uno 1001001. Thank you for being the first to comment. Good to see you, sir. And of course, the Titan we've actually met at Joe Fest. Always saying I'm the hardest cyborg in the business. Thank you. I appreciate that. Vinny Red, howdy. Hope I'm doing well. I am doing okay. I'm extremely busy. In fact, the whole day was spent preparing for this live stream. And I hope that we will have a good one. All right. Next one, we have a Wolverine. Of course, sir, we've met in Joe Fest as well. Son of GTO, thank you for joining the stream. Good morning to you. It's actually in the morning, and you're right. It's midnight in the morning. Agent on Clocks, let's go. Exactly, and we'll be going very, very soon. Spectacular Saturday morning to everybody. All right, so we are going to have a fun-filled, action-packed live stream today, and I'm going to do my best to really catch up with the comments. So I'll be looking at the comments very digitally, right? What I'm saying. Hey, Drew. All right. I'm losing my words. Yeah, it was a hectic SDCC. We tried to do a live stream, obviously, but that wasn't good. So I'm giving the thumbs up now that the video is good. All good. So let's get moving, guys. Let's get moving. Lots of comments already coming in. watching you and waiting for the Mobula. Yes, it's already sent. Many of you guys have already gotten it, so yours should be very soon as well. Jared Miller, good to go. Thank you so much. Mr. Heng, yeah, thank you for the message that you just sent. Well, not just sent, but you sent a while back, but recently. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you and your thoughts. Of course, we have Rick saying, the man again. Thank you so much for all the kind accolades, but we got to get going to this live stream. Otherwise, it's going to be more than 2 hours long. All right, let's get going, guys. And without further ado, I'm going to add to stage my presentation that I've actually, drafted up today, and of course, came up with the what you call it, comments. Right? How was the reception of the Makina suit at SDCC? Were some orders there? Well, we actually will get to that in just a bit. But yeah, SDCC is the second time I'm actually donning the cosplay. Of course, it's a improved version. And I believe that people who spotted Matt Tracker was about the same amount of people that we had in the previous year. So that was actually good. So, no increment, no decrement is good, keeping the status quo. All right. Sylvian says, hello, guys. And of course, yes, I remember, sir, Mr. Heng. Definitely. Okay. So, SDCC, again, we have hoped to do a live stream, and maybe next time I'll get the correct equipment to do a on-site live stream. We've tried it 2 times, but we failed. First in Shizuoka, like maybe 3 years ago, and then now in SDCC, just not doing so well. So we're going to get the right equipment to make sure that things are able to live stream. But let's get onto the live stream, guys. Of course, I'm going to be very diligently, that's the word, looking at the comments this time, so that we don't get really too much delay. Okay. Yes, all these things, sir, and Mr. Hernandez will be talking about it right now. So yeah, let's go get right off the bat with Missile Gate, right? So that's the hottest trending topic in Ramen Toy in the past 48 hours. So yeah, we basically shipped the Mobula to you guys, and that was delayed because we mentioned we got to fix a few things, got to make sure the tolerance are right, things are not loose, things are etc. So we fixed all that, but it doesn't mean that we fixed the Missile Gate, because the Missile Gate is still something that is very, very much unsolvable, because we've done all the tests before we ship it and everything works good. And of course, when it's in the hands of you guys, sometimes it doesn't work, and hence I made the video. If you have not seen the video, please get to our YouTube channel, click on latest videos. You'll see me explaining and demonstrating how these missile of the Mobula can be acting strange sometimes, even though we try to place it in the correct position. But I believe that the issues are few and far between. All right. Initially, there was videos of customers that placed it online to sort of highlight that there's an issue. But I guess with all the comments that we received throughout the entire last 48 hours, we've realized that, most people say, hey, my missiles are working fine. No problems here. So I believe that this issue is a very much segregated one. So not to worry at all, right? So mine as QC issue doesn't pop up at all. Again, for this pop-up, you mean the launcher, right? The launcher. So that one, again, you can actually, I'm going to do another video. I've been so busy, but there's another video that's going to be up to also explain this, because it's a method of just releasing the tension where when the factory, assemble the Mobula, right? They would assemble it with putting the screws tightly down. So when the screws are too tightly down, it might just prevent the launcher from springing up at the slightest touch. So that is something that is, we know it, and then we have the solution for it, which is a very simple fix. All right. So I'm going to be also making a video on that really soon next week. So Destro 319, if what I'm describing is not what you're experiencing, please do write into us again to explain further what your issue is. All right. Missile Gate made you order one, that sometimes things happens in strange ways. So that's exactly, you know, what happened. So, James, any updates on the replacement infernal wheels? I don't know what you're talking about because I don't handle the after sales. So you'll have to write in, which I'm sure you did. All right, and if there are replacements to be had, obviously, we'll attend to that ASAP. So I'm gonna probably do a screen cap now so that my customer service people can actually uh, take note of your issue. So I'm going to just do that right now. It's all live. What happens to the replacement of the infernal wheels? All right. Okay. So we're doing all these things on the go. So please check. Okay. So I'm sure, Cheng, who's handling our after sales, would have responded to you. If she hasn't, then of course, I'm just giving her a reminder, and then you guys can make sure that we get you your replacement wheels. All right. Okay. So yes, the launcher. Yes, as a matter of fact, I can't demonstrate it now because I don't have the product with me now. But once I get to a video, I will do it, and then you guys can resolve it. Okay. All right. So Missile Gate was the hot topic of the last 48 hours, and then obviously it points to the fact that Mobula is available right now. You can still order it. Okay, I'm going to give the link in the description, in the comments. I'm going to paste the link right there. All right, those who are interested to order the Mobula, the link is right there. Click on the link, and it'll bring you to our page on our website, and then you can also order the Joe Fest version. Right, the Joe Fest Stealth Mobula is also available, and you can do that via this link. All right, I got to do some selling, right? So, right, we still have stock of the Joe Fest Stealth Mobula, and that's the link to purchase. Okay. I will get to this in just a bit. Anything happening with the 80s Commanders? Yes, there is something happening, and I'll be getting to that in just a bit. All right. Okay, so next would be talking about SDCC, right? Let's just spend a bit of moment to go through SDCC because it was a tremendous event. We traveled far to get there, and we just wanted to share our experiences, talk a little bit about it because that was supposed to be the sharing session during the live stream, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to just go over it right now. So yes, that was taken at the Amtrak station, the Amtrak in Union Station in LA when I was waiting to board the Amtrak to San Diego. But I guess going forward next year, if I'm going to be going, I'm going to be choosing a different mode of transport because the Amtrak is not exactly the most reliable. Our Amtrak was actually delayed for like almost 2 hours, so that was not good. First time I experienced a delay, but I guess things happen like that. So I took a picture to prove that I was at the Amtrak Union Station, and that was quickly transformed into a little cartoon bit that we're heading to San Diego. Interesting bit is that when we were on that 3-hour Amtrak ride, we were so close to Miramar Fighter Town, right? It used to be Fighter Town, but no longer. So I was actually tempted to actually go to somehow make a detour, head to Miramar, get the nostalgic feeling of the place. But I was told that, hey, that has been transformed for many years now, so you wouldn't even see anything that resembles Fighter Town. You wouldn't see anything that gives you the vibes for Top Gun. So, okay, a little bit sad, but the fact was that we were so close, 25 minutes away to Miramar. Little bit of a comment here. Ace, please consider making Airwolf in 1/12 scale. Okay, we'll get to that in just a bit. X Factor. Okay. Wow. Not even launching the 118 yet. We're talking about 112, but we'll get to that in just a bit. Okay. Of course, here, any ballpark price on the Airwolf, all these will be covered much later on. All right. So as we headed to SDCC, the first person that I met is Vern. And it's as if there was some divine intervention, because I was supposed to meet him to pass him some parts for the ease of aviation. And before I even had the chance to take out my phone and say, "Hey, Vern, I'm actually here. Where can I meet you?" I saw the man standing at the corner of the street, and that was destiny fulfilled. Good to see Vern. Obviously, talking a little bit about the food that we had, because that was the first meal that I had when we arrived at San Diego. It was the Old Spaghetti Factory. I'm not sure about you guys, but I didn't think that really quite hit the spot. The beer was okay, but as you can see from the picture, that was supposed to be my carbonara fettuccine. That looks kind of dry, isn't it? Anyway, we soon met up with these people, all right, who don't be fooled by their, happy faces, because when I saw them, they were that nasty. Look at that. Walking like a boss, saying, "Get out of my way. Who the hell are you?" Just kidding. So we met Matt Hatter, of course, his friend Reese, and Johnny Nostalgia at SDCC. And that was quite a bit of a fun as well. And of course, there are many other people that we met at the show, took some selfies. Haven't had a chance to actually post them on our socials. So we thought that we would get this chance of the live stream to actually just share some pictures. And let's get straight into business, right? When we were there not to just take selfies. We were there for work, We displayed the prototype of the Night Rider at the Factory Entertainment's booth. And of course, we have already done our pre-sales for the unit. And this was a chance for us to bring the prototype for SDCC, right? With the figure, with the watch on its wrist. And of course, there was a little bit of a concern about this tinting of the clear parts, because what actually happened is that when we made the prototype in the first place, it was completely clear. And, there was obviously some comments that we heard online about how the windows, the clear parts should be a little bit tinted. So we tried to tint it a little bit to show as a prototype to get approval. But obviously, this particular tint that the factory did was a little bit on the dark side. Okay, so we are seeking approval. It wouldn't be so dark. It might be totally clear. All these will be revealed once we get the approval from the licensor. But the prototype was on show at Factory Entertainment, and it was to great response. And of course, we are working our earnest now to actually get this to delivery as soon as possible. All right. So again, we have actually sold out of our allocation on our website, but not to worry. Resellers are also taking up the wholesale units from Factory Entertainment. People like BBTS have obviously placed the product on sale, as well as some of our resellers. So please go look out for those channels if you wish to purchase the Night Rider. If you can't get it from us because we're sold out. But of course, there could be cancellations here and there. And if we do get any cancellations, we will obviously put this up back for sale when we can. Okay. So over here, we have more comments about agreeing with X Factor on the 112, but it's not for me to say, because again, when something is licensed, we have got to abide to what the license allow us to be. Shout out to Team Brower over here, and of course, congrats on the sellout. Thanks so much. Luis Vega, am I going to NYCC? Unfortunately, I'm not going to NYCC this year, because if I added NYCC, that means I will have traveled to the USA for 6 times this year, which is almost like once every other month, because there is 12 months. And if you travel 12 times, that's once a month. If you travel 6 times, that's once every 2 months. That's too much. I got to obviously work at getting these products out to you guys. So I will unfortunately have to miss NYCC. I've already had a lot of commitments traveling to the Las Vegas Licensing Expo earlier on in May, and then followed swiftly by Joe Fest in June. And of course, I just came back from SDCC in July. There will be 2 more trips, which is I'm going to talk about later on. All right. So next, we get to the meat and potatoes, right? We obviously brought this prototype by hand to SDCC. It could not be shipped because we cannot trust the shippers to ship this, and should this arrive damaged, then there'll be no display. All right, so it was brought over by hand, hand carried it, right? The first section of the helicopter was in my suitcase that I hand carried up the plane. The tail section was tucked neatly, secured neatly into the check-in baggage with lots of cushioning and protection. So this is it. We went there with a mission, and of course, the big reveal is that we are in partnership again with Factory Entertainment, and we do value this partnership with Factory. We hope that from this point forward, we can actually embark in more collaborations with them, with the licenses that they have access to, that we can actually make products that you guys want in the scale, hopefully, that you guys want. All right. So first we did it with the 112 scale Knight Rider. Of course, we need to deliver it to prove that we can actually deliver the product, not just a nice looking prototype, not just talking about it, but actually delivering a proper product. And I will have more updates for you guys, because I'm supposed to be at the factory taking care of all these things: production, quality control, etc., etc. At the same time, still developing new products. Okay, so the second project right here on our screen that we have collaborated on is Airwolf. Okay, and of course, you've seen Factory Entertainment's announcement on the replay. I think it was replay, the range of figures that they have. So obviously nostalgic stuff, right? They have Airwolf pilots, they have the Magnum PI figure, they have Michael Knight as well in 118. So it's obvious that we needed to make a 118 Airwolf to complement that line. Okay, so we had been working behind the scenes. I had been unable to speak freely about it because, again, when you're dealing with licenses, you have got to abide by what the licensor tells you, when to reveal, when not to reveal, etc., etc. So finally, we could show off the Airwolf at the SDCC. I think everybody was excited. There was pretty good response to what they saw. Again, what you see is not the final thing. I am working, I'm still cooking. I am going to make sure this is as accurate as we can get it to be. Again, we're not going to be as accurate as counting the rivets and making sure every single angle is correct, but we're going to get there. It's going to look much better than what you see in this gray sample. That's for sure. All right. I've already done the notes that I've seen on this gray sample. And then the next one that you see, pending the licensor approval, will be fully colored with all the gizmos and everything, which we can demonstrate how it works. Okay, so just hang in there, guys, because again, licensing stuff, we do need to abide by the rules. Okay, as you can see there, it is a prototype only. It is an electronic vehicle. That means there's lights, maybe sound, right? But lights for sure, as you can see over there. The whole section can actually be removed, a partial section to show the interior. Of course, the interior is over there, and of course you have the machine guns that actually deploys from the pylons over there. Again, I will be able to show you guys how it works the moment we get clearance from the licensor. But in the meantime, you've seen the Airwolf prototype, and then rest assured that this is coming in 118 for those who have been waiting for the 118 Airwolf, right? So now you got a chance to really get it. So the pre-orders are set to be for next year, and of course we will endeavor our best to deliver as soon as possible. Okay, Airwolf looks amazing. Thank you so much. Replay line from Factory Entertainment will be good. Excellent add-ons to collection. Thank you so much. Team Brower, Ace, check out the toy line and the comic book Starius, another 80s line. Okay, I will do my best to check it out. There have been many requests to check out many lines in the 80s, so I'll do my best to check it out. All right. Will the Airwolf have blast effects? Not currently, but we can probably propose that. Right. Thanks for your idea. After the Airwolf, Heli and the Time Machine. And the Time Machine? Who said anything about time machines? Still talking about the NASCAR, huh? We will see. NASCAR is a totally different license. Maybe Days of Thunder. Who knows, right? Any idea of price? We will reveal those details later on. Right now, I can't give you guys any indication yet, but we'll reveal later on. Okay. Window is a brilliant touch. Thank you so much. I forgot to say review on Airwolf Heli. Okay. Airwolf is outstanding. Fingers crossed you get a 112 version, hopefully. Okay. All right. Moving along. Okay. We're going to have more pictures of the people that we met at SDCC. And obviously myself in the cosplay. Which brings me to the fact that the helmet was being tested by people who I met along the way in SDCC, right? I've actually lent people the chance to touch the helmet, feel the helmet, wear the helmet, and just know that it's a real production piece, okay? So it was also handed off to Lenny, right? I met him at one of the evening sessions where there was like a restaurant thing, a little bar, and I said, "Hey, Lenny, would you like to try on the helmet?" Okay, so there's actually a harness inside that actually allows smaller heads like mine to have the helmet on, but Lenny has a bigger head. So I said, "Hold on, Lenny, let me take out the part." So I took off the harness and let him wear it, and then he said, "Yeah, it fit." All right, so if you have any questions, you can ask Lenny. If you have any connections to him, you can ask him how he felt about the helmet. And after that, of course, the helmet is available for pre-order still. I'm going to put the link in the comments right now. Okay, we are still having the helmet available for pre-order. It's going to be delivering by the end of the year. What I've shown at Comic-Con is actually a pre-production sample that's very close to the final product, working out some kinks, of course. And once that's done, we are good to go for production. So if you want to get your helmet, which I think would be a very limited production as well, all right, currently we're looking at about 1,000 pieces. So make sure you get yours before it gets inflated on resale markets. There's a question here. Do you think your model is based more on the Airwolf Studio layers, short nose deck fuselage mock-up? Okay, this question, I don't have the answer right now. Okay, we are basing off the Airwolf based on images that the licensor is sharing with us. And I do not know, because I'm not a Airwolf connoisseur, to be speaking accurately about the serial numbers of the aircraft. So my apologies there. Perhaps yourself would be able to identify which version is being used once you see the final product or the final prototype in color, and of course with the revisions that we're doing to the current prototype. Okay. Yes, I understand the time machine is the DeLorean, but currently there is no mention or talk about that. So can't get in trouble there. Don't get in trouble there. All right. All right. On the Rev 2.0, any chance I'll change the logo? It says channel 6 instead of channel 66. Okay, that we can get to in just a bit. All right. We'll get to in just a bit. All right. Yes, Lenny is a great fella. Yes, the Airwolf in 112 is 4 feet long, but we're also attempting a 112 F14. So nothing is really off limits. Hi, I love your booth at SDCC. We don't really actually have a booth there. All right. It was Factory Entertainment's booth. We simply showed off the Airwolf prototype on the shelves at Factory Entertainment. So that was just some clarity. How deep into the characters will you go into your Gatchaman line? Again, we'll talk about that in this live stream. That's why I mentioned it's going to be a long one. Hopefully, we get it in nice and short and sharp. Okay, we're going to be talking about that. You already ordered a helmet stand on Temu. Good for you. Thank you so much. Looks like the Airwolf prototype is missing a rectangular window above the cockpit doors. Yes, that window was not yet fabricated in a clear part, so not to worry. Okay. Amber, thanks for joining the stream. Matt's Hawking helmet for Christmas. There you go. Thanks so much. Update on Battle Bones. Battle of the Bones. It's actually bad to the bone. All coming right up, guys. You guys are jumping the gun, and I'm trying to get onto the comments today. John Blackstar is a line. Will I check it? Yes, we can. We will. We've heard about it, and we have so much stuff to do that we're not sure if we have the time to actually get it done. But we've heard about it. Since I'm making movie cars like Kit, General Lee, and Airwolf, would you consider making the Skyline from where? 2F or Too Fast, Too Furious. Okay, that's also another different license, which probably could happen since we are with Factory Entertainment, who has licenses with Universal. But let me just get to the next page there. All right, so of course, at SDCC, now becoming a staple is the Toy Tubers Unite that was obviously hosted by Geek That Live. Jay from Geek That Live hosted the event last year, and is also hosting the event, hosted the event this year. And I was fortunate enough to be invited back, and I thought that I could actually help to do something for the event by taking some pictures. So what I did was I actually took some pictures, which I'm going to be also sharing with you guys, because what is good pictures if I can't share it, right? So I'll be dropping the link in the comment now. All right, so this link brings you to the Google Drive where you can check out the photographs that was taken on the night of Toy Tubers Unite. And I'm looking forward to next year, right? Of course, you won't believe SDCC until you have actually seen it yourself. For me, this I think is my 4th time at SDCC, and it never fails to live up to its name, right? This is the Gas Slam area outside the convention that is packed with people, with restaurants, people getting together, cosplays on the street, taking pictures, having fun, the whole shebang, right? So some images here of the buildings that's all decked out, right? All about pop culture, movies, comics, and everything, all decked out. It's a truly mesmerizing event. If you guys have a chance to go, please do go enjoy yourself. And of course, right, what comes goes really fast, right? It was a 4-day event, but it just flew by really, really fast. It was as good as going there, enjoying every day. hectic, tiring, and then at the end of the fourth day, it was see you next year. All right, so I took a little picture there to say see you next year, and of course, not to be. So what happened was, we actually had a flight that flies out back to Singapore, right, from the US, from LA at midnight. So the flight is actually on every day at midnight. So when we finished SDCC on Sunday, we could have actually rushed straight up to the airport and get the midnight flight out. But hey, why be so rushed? So we spent the night in LA, and then the next day, right, we had a trip to Universal Studios Hollywood. Although not the full day because we had to go obviously catch the transportation to the airport for the midnight flight. But we did spend a day, well, sort of a half day at the Universal Studios. And it was a good experience because the last time I was there was back in 2014. And it has totally changed from the last time I actually remembered it. And I was also definitely reminded of the things that were in Universal Studios that we could actually take reference from to perhaps do for future projects, right? So I've actually shared this on our Ramen Toy Fandom Facebook page, more in-depth photographs. So it's all available over there. And of course, I also had the chance, very fortunately, to try the Fast and Furious roller coaster, and of course, seeing a Dodge Charger of that particular style and what's that the design of that in real life, right, for the first time. Even though we've done the Ramen Racer before, I've actually not seen that Dodge Charger face to face, up close, mano a mano. And the Fast and Furious ride had this at the entrance. I was able to take pictures of it. And of course, it was actually on trial for this roller coaster. And again, fortunate enough to actually take a ride on the coaster, and it is absolutely the works, right? 100% is a 10 out of 10 coaster experience. And in fact, one of the best coasters I've had ridden on in recent years. So if you guys have a chance to go check it out, so please do enjoy as well. Okay. And of course, took some pictures there, trying to pose like Tom Cruise on a bike, right? Looking back at who's chasing me and then going forward. So sort of like fooling around. And of course, it's back to work, guys. So I wrote this not to say that we're doing anything time machine, but the fact was that the flight that we took from Los Angeles back to Singapore is actually going back to the future because Singapore is actually 15 hours in front of LA. All right. So before I get to this thing, I'm going to just check out all the comments as well. So I'm still in touch. I was thinking about the production numbers. Any chance of getting production numbers of the products posted publicly? What do you mean? The production numbers of which particular product? Any chance the Recoil 2.0 comes? Not yet, because this involves license, and the license for that is not currently available for us. So I can't actually do a second run of the Recoil. Order my Mats Hawking helmet when it first went up for pre-order. It says final payment is due by 31st August. Don't worry, all right? It was supposed to be due on 31st because we are going to be shipping it like quickly. But of course, again, I had to make sure that the helmet is worthy of what it is for pre-production. And, tooling went through more revisions than I wanted. So don't worry about that. Once we are ready for the final payment, we will definitely reach out to you guys on the email, and you guys can go make the payments there. So not to worry about that. Juji, does Stringfellow Hawk comes with a Cello and Flying Bald Eagle? Now this, I'm not sure because we're not doing the figures per se. We're only tackling the Airwolf helicopter by itself. As you can see, factory entertainment themselves are handling the figures. So I don't have that answer at the moment. All right. Okay. Any chance for a me figure in 112? Maybe. Hey, Crusty Old Crow, tune in from Ottawa. Good to see you, and good to see you, sir, in Joe Fest. And I'm working on the revisions of the Wolverine, including the breech for the barrel, etc., etc. Unable to get the automatic uh, feeder because it was just something that I think would be complicating our model. So I'm gonna actually have to forego that. Okay, looks like a Slyrex bike. Yeah, maybe. But it's like very old style. Old style. How's the Wolverine coming along? Yes, I am gonna be showing off the final prototype, hopefully in September, and I'll get to that in this stream as well. It's all much lower down. I have about 68 slides, guys, and anybody's having count now, we're at 28. There's 40 more slides to go. Will you sell Matt, Scott, and T Bob as pack fix only? Again, Elton will be getting to that, and I've actually answered that question many times on our Facebook that we are selling the figures individually. Hey, Ambi, how are you? Long time no see. I'm doing good. Hope that you're doing good as well. The quantity of each that we sold, we have no plans to individually number the quantities that we sold, but occasionally when asked, we will tell that we've done, and based on our history, our products have always been between 1,000 pieces to 1,005, maybe 2,000 pieces. That's all. Nothing more than that. Okay. Ever heard of the Need for Speed Most Wanted BMW? Nope. Haven't heard that, sir. Okay, that was a joke. Thank you, sir. Okay. Hey, Brian. How's things going over at Atlanta? Good to have you on the stream as well. Thank you so much. Okay, so and Vern as well is in the stream. Thank you so much, Vern. Mark Monroe as well. Thanks for the cool toys, and thank you guys for supporting, because without your support, there will be no cool toys to make. Okay, so now we're getting to the products update proper. Okay, we're gonna be explaining exactly what's happening with the products. And of course, the first thing is to announce that the previously shown Ramen Racer, which we tried to do a second run using existing tooling for another deco with the Firebird, but it's cancelled because many of you have mentioned don't do that. It's not going to work, so it's cancelled. Okay. Any news on Overbite? That is also going to be discussed later on, but not in this stream because I got too much stuff to talk about, and then Overbite is a little bit still in development, so I'm going to leave that until the next one where we deal a lot on Machina. All right, there's going to be another live stream in the next month or so where I will delve into all the Machina stuff. All right. Sean, thank you so much for the kind words. Have we considered all these things? Not exactly. I'm so sorry. More Brave Star action figures. Yes, there's a chance for that, of course. So going next is some product updates. So the KEG set 2.0 was sold out, and then there was only about 700 pieces made because we had the KEG set 2.0 up for pre-order for a long time to gather as much orders as we could. And the final orders says that it's about 700 pieces. Within the 700 pieces, it gets sold out. And then there's more questions, comments, emails. Hey, would you be doing another run of the KEG set 2.0? Okay, we've heard you, right? So we are doing a second run, and the restock is coming soon. Once the product is done at the factory, our website will automatically have the product up for order, or in fact, we are going to be opening up pre-orders sometime later this month or early next month. So my team is working on getting this back online for pre-orders. But I do estimate that the product will be available around November latest. Okay. So if you're pre-ordering it later this month, September, October, November, about 2.5 months waiting time. If you're ordering it in October, 1 month waiting time. If you're ordering in November, it's in stock. Okay. So that is CAC set 2.0. Restock is coming, but again, limited. Once this is done, we will have to be disciplined and not be caving into any more like, oh, would you be, I missed out, just found out about your company. Could you do it again? Chances are no. This will be the final run, and that's it. Okay. Elton, thanks, Ace and crew. Thank you so much for bringing the beloved vintage toys back to life. Something we've never thought we'd see in modernized and updated version. It's amazing to see these classics given a fresh new look while keeping the nostalgia alive. Really appreciate what you're doing. Been a fan since the first version of the Centurions. Thank you so much, Elton. And it's people like you that continues to keep us alive. And the reason people like you is the one we are doing all these for, right? We started out on a simple mission to do some third-party stuff that was not done for 80s nostalgia. We didn't know how far we'll go. And it's thanks to all these people who are keeping the ramen community alive. Thank you so much, Elton. We appreciate you. Bet you're going to make a ramen stinger. Maybe not sure. Hello, Nate. Excited to see the ramen in gloss bag. Yes, it's coming up really soon, so please hang in there. Of course, Neil is always here to bring the heat on me as well. Thank you so much. Thanks, Amber. Loving the Red Galwing gift set with Matt, and it's coming up again really soon. Really soon. Okay, so next update is the Ace of Aviation Wave 2, right? There was a bit of a delay. We were supposed to deliver it much earlier in the year. I discovered some problems that I told you guys about. Primarily, it was the issue with the hit on the Great Balls of Fire, and we definitely discovered that the factory had made an error in forming the hit, and there has to be a redo. So that was done, and it's delivered. Right, it's delivered. You guys are posting images of your Ace of Aviation online. Thank you so much. And actually, the run for these guys are really little. I think it's as little as about 400 sets. Okay, it's as good as that. And those that actually ordered the full case is less than 20. Okay, so that's why we don't have enough Tower Buster to go around, but it is what it is. Okay, moving along, and that's the reason why we have this guy. All right, because people said, hey, why aren't you selling Tower Buster by himself? Why are you hiding it behind a chase? There are reasons I've already explained many times, but I gave the chance for people to own the portrait of Tower Buster via the Last Centurion. Okay, and the Last Centurion is still in stock, even though it is a Joe Fans exclusive. I'm going to paste the link in the section right now. So please, right, help us to get this sold out, right? It's only 200 pieces made, and the fact that it's still not sold out says a few things, right? Either, it's not really in demand, really the price is not right, etc. But again, I may have said this in another correspondence. The reason why we do these exclusives is to help us with the expenditure of going to all these conventions. Okay, going to all these conventions is not cheap, and the sales of these exclusives do help us out in terms of the remuneration, the income to pay for these trips. All right, so I can understand, right? For $50 for a figure is high, but it's meant to assist us to attend the Joe Fest and offer these exclusives. All right, and of course, this is actually not the Last Centurion per se, but the Last Centurion for the start of a new story. Okay, so I've talked about this in previous streams where we are going to relaunch the 80s Commanders more legitimately. And I believe that the word is centurions they're going to be using. And the last centurion, if you read uh, the description, is actually going to be the first of a new batch of heroes. All right. So I'm going to be doing more updates on that as I get to it. But that is what you can know. Basically, what I'm saying is that this guy is going to be sought after once we have the story out. Okay. So buy it now before it's all gone. Okay. These are awesome figures. Thanks for doing them, and thanks Vern for being a ardent supporter. Can I consider doing some sci-fi blast effects for the sci-fi tanks? Now, the sci-fi tank, the Amphisbaena, the blast effect is unfortunately a bridge too far, because unlike the blast effect of the Hunter, which we're going to be talking about, I think over here. No, next one, I think. No, okay, all right. The blast effect of the Hunter was a bit easier to tool and make, but the blast effect for the Amphisbaena being two straight beams that requires actual tooling of that size, the whole project is unachievable if we can't actually sell enough units. And I think what we have seen from the data is that there's not enough people buying the Amphisbaena, and definitely not enough people to support the sale of the blast effects for the Amphisbaena. And even if we do a soft tooling production of the blast effects, it will not do justice because it's gonna warp. You're gonna be angry because why is my blast effect warping? Why is it bending? Why is it? Because with soft tooling, even though you can get it out as a physical piece, it's not gonna last. It's not injection molded, so it's gonna experience all these temperature changes. If it's too hot, it starts to warp. Number two, it's not going to be as clear, right? The beam is not going to be as clear because when you do soft tooling and when you pour the clear parts, it's just not going to come out as clear. And if you can do it clear, that means you're going to go through a very expensive after process of polishing the thing, and that's just going to check up the price even more. And we're not going to do that because nobody's going to pay too much money for a blast effect. All right. So that is things that we learn, right? We have ambitions and ideas to put out some stuff, but not everything works all the time. Okay. You have the last Centurion, and he's awesome. Thank you so much. Glad you like it. And you're excited for more Centurions, and we're excited to bring that back, right? Next year as well. I think it's only fitting for us to commemorate the 5th anniversary, which actually is this year, with next year doing more stuff on the 80s Commanders. Okay, speaking of that, all right. So this Dioramen accessory pack is also available for pre-order. Let's see if I can get the link over here. Right over here. Let me just click that. Okay. So the Dioramen accessory pack is also available for order, because obviously this is something that came exclusively when you bought the super mask, right? The Dioramen, the whole shebang, double layer sewer street section. This is part of the whole set. But for people that don't want to buy the whole diorama just to get these pieces, now they are available. All right, so they are available. $50 to get a phone booth, a lamppost, a mailbox that works, and a fire hydrant for you to deck out your own little diorama. So it's available now for pre-order. Well, not pre-order. It's in stock. It's available right now. All right. So please go click on the link if you wish to make a purchase. Is the last Centurion part of Ace Commander's concept? Yes, he is. and all the ports has the ports for wrapping system weapons. Okay, the ports are the same. You can use your existing 80s Commanders weapon system to attach onto the last Centurion. Okay, that's for sure. In fact, I've not seen people doing that at the moment. That's kind of strange. Wonder if you make a ramen sedan. We'll look into that because we are attempting our first ever 4-door vehicle next year, and I'll have more information on that as and when I do that. Centurion, same skill. We're gonna be doing a 2.0, right? The figures are gonna be given an upgrade with new tooling, and I can speak on that a bit later on because today's presentation does not cover the 80s Commanders. Hey Scott, since the Ramen Racer Firebird is cancelled, any thoughts on floating around? Okay, so it's cancelled because we want to focus on doing the actual thing. Okay, so again, I can't say anything now, but hopefully we get the license, and then we'll make this a reality very, very soon. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that as well. Yes, I've heard about there's many requests for the Impaler, and we have to look into that. All right. Thank you, Lee, for your second purchase. We appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. Okay, so the next one is the update on the Gatchaman G2 Condor. Pre-orders are still ongoing, and we expect to ship again end of the year. And I'm not just saying that because I can actually show you guys the test shot of the G2 Condor. All right. I actually prepared this a little white thing so you can see it clearly. Okay, so this is the test shot of the G2 Condor. So once a test shot is done, production is not far behind. Okay, this white thing doesn't really work because I'm holding with two hands. Well, I'm supposed to be showing you this thing with two hands, right? So again, this part here will detach, right? Detach is magnetized. All right, and this is the test shot of the G2 Condor. Okay, this part here magnetized as well, comes off. Okay, and of course you have the missile section that is having this effect part. Okay, so the missile section, the missile by itself, and then the effect part. Okay, so it is coming. All right, not just me saying it, but it is going to be. Oh, should I do that? Okay. Okay, so pre-orders are ongoing, and I'm going to, of course, see if I can also do the link. Right, I gotta sell stuff, guys, so you gotta bear with me here. Okay, so all right, so adding the link to the G2 Condor. So please, guys, support the G2 Condor and help us to sell more units before it's okay. And by the way, okay, hold on. Yes, so the G1 Eagle shop will have a restock because people are saying that, hey, the G1 is sold out. If I buy the G2, I can't get the G1. So G1 will be having a restock really soon. Okay. It has a high tripod because it's supposed to be an aircraft. Okay. But will I have high tripods for Machina? Yes, it's all actually in the plans, but we have not yet been able to, really do a logistical support on getting all these little bits and pieces of products out for sale. But yes, the higher tripod for Machina is already planned, I hope to be able to put that out in the very near future. Okay. We will talk about this in the next few slides. Okay. Not yet. Not yet, sir. Hey, Brian. Thanks for joining the stream. And if we can get back in touch on Messenger, please check out your Messenger. I think we've lost touch for some time. We do need your expertise, of course, to continue the Machina line with your great comics. So Brian Gee is the one that has been responsible for the comics for the Red Gullwing, the Great White, and the Mobula. So for the continuation of more Machina stuff, we're gonna need Brian, right? So those who know Brian, please do also tell him, hey, sir, we need your help to get it done. Okay. All right. Carrying on. Okay. So this is the announcement for product updates. On the extreme right, you see the G1 Eagle Shark. To its left or to its right, our left, is the G2 Condor. Not in sequence, of course, because the tank is G5. G3 is right at the left-hand side, G4 between G5 and G3. But this shows you that the team will be completed. These models are real. The contract has been signed and the team is going to be done. Okay? In the correct scale. In the correct scale. You won't have G3 being super big, whereas everything is really small. G3 is small, she shall be small. Okay? So, guys, if there's anything that you can take away from today's live stream to post and share, this might be one of it. Okay? There's only one slide for it, and I'm going to be carrying on to the next slide. Okay, so the blast effect is also available for pre-order. Wrong. In stock. It's not pre-order, it's in stock. Again, I'm going to put the link of the product into the comment here. Those who have not yet made your purchase to deck out your Hunter tank, please do make the purchase right now. Again, while stocks last. All right. We are not going to make another batch of blast effects. That's for sure. Okay. So speaking of blast effects, right? It's going to be with these the one on the left, the Woodlands Hunter, right? Which actually is a Joe Fest color exclusive, right? We are still having them open for pre-orders because, frankly speaking, orders have been very little, and I'm not sure what's the reason. Maybe people don't like the camouflage colors that I have devised. I'm not sure, but I think they're pretty cool. All right, so that is the desert. Let's see. Right, that is the Desert Viper, and this one here is the Woodlands Hunter. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the link wasn't showing just now. Yeah, so guys, pre-orders, right? If you want to get your hands on a camouflage Hunter, this is the one to go for. Okay, it's gonna be painted with some weathering, and it should really look really kick-ass as a tank for your 112 scale line. Okay, that is the Woodlands Hunter again. Some close-up images for you to see. You can't really see anything from here. It's a little thumbnail, but hey, look at this, right? Isn't this sweet? Isn't this sweet? Right, the Woodlands camouflage. Okay, and of course the Viper, right? Desert camouflage, right? Tan, brown, and black. Right, look at that. That's going to be some kick-ass vehicle as well. Okay, so those are available for pre-orders if you guys want to get in on that. Otherwise, once we close the pre-orders at no notice, we will close it and then that'll be done deal. Okay. Next, we move on to Rev 2.0. Okay, so the Rev 2.0 has been on pre-order for some time because the whole idea is to provide what customers have been asking, right? I need some white vans, I need some black vans. They were sold out. So there you go. These are the black and white vans that you need. And we might as well throw in the Raider. Although the Raider now might get some competition from the Revenge. But still, they are at two different price points, guys. The Raider remains at its price point, and the Revenge, which I will show you in just a bit, has so much more new tooling that it is definitely not going to be the same price as the Raider. But it's not going to be too expensive as well. We're just going to be covering the costs for the tooling, and everything that you see here that is in gray is all new parts and new tooling. All right. A winch at the front, side mirrors that is not installed at the moment, but the side mirrors are new parts. Okay. Wheels, new wheels, and new tires. All right. New wheels, new tires, a new interior, right? New interior. Hello. Okay. New interior. All right, it's not focusing. And look at it, a Gatling gun on the top that moves with the ammo drum inside with the ammo belt that pivots aerial side to side. You have a drone compartment. You got like fake lights. You got toolbox that opens and close. You've got more toolbox that opens and close. You got a kick-ass spoiler antenna. Man, this is the Revenge, man. A winch that works. Right? I think it's a bit too long for me to unwind it. Okay, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, so I'm unwinding the winch on live stream. As it comes up, you can see over here the little the hook coming up. It's coming up right here. There we go. There we go. And it's done. All right. So this is the Revenge. And of course, I mentioned that the drone will be sold separately. That's the drone. All right. How big is the drone? Well, my hand is like that. And the drone, don't worry about the flimsy thing. It's a prototype. Okay. The drone that also will, hold on. Drone that will retract. into a collapsible piece that we will fit into here and close here. All right. But because it's just too much tooling, we can't include the drone as part of the revenge. So the drone, unfortunately, will be a separate add-on sale piece. All right. Let's see. Where am I now? This is what I've been waiting for. I'm going to have a funeral for my wallet. Wow. For the Channel 6 van, if Mega Mind figures exist, roger that. The camel tanks are absolutely the best version of the ramen tanks made to date. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, sir. I'd like to purchase a few REV 2.0, but do you have some side mirrors like the recoil one? The side mirrors. I guess we can throw in more mirrors. I guess we can. We'll see. It looks weird because the recoil mirrors are like more robust, right? Would it work on a plain white van? I don't know. No, because the position of the mirror is different. We can't include it because the position of the normal rear view side mirrors on the white, black, and Raider are in one position. The position of the side mirrors on the recoil is another position that is on the tooling, which means the doors on the recoil is actually different with the holes in a different position than the rest. So we can't actually do that. Apologies. Any chance that hole for the gun on the top is the same size as the Action Force Vanguard? I don't actually know. I gotta check. I don't know. I gotta check. Yeah. Only reason I didn't buy the Woodlands or Desert tank is because I bought 3 of the Hunters. Fair enough. No problem there. No problem. Again, we were addressing customers who were saying, "Hey, you're sold out on the Hunter. Can I buy some Hunters?" So we decided to do a camouflage version. But I think in the end, we'll have to do some original Hunters in green to make up the numbers for the production of MOQ. Okay. Great stuff. Thank you so much, KMAC user. That without the gun looks like a Frank Castle. Is that right? I've seen the brand new day, and the van is quite different, and there's a hole in the front of the windshield for the gun. Looks more like Revenge on my wallet, but I'm in. Thank you so much. Does the drones have ports or mounting points to put on stand? Well, it's kind of flat. So I think if you have a stand with some putty, you can put it on, I think. A drone is a transformer. Yes, it is. Would a drone have separate remote control or visor for its operator? This one, maybe he's remotely operating the device, sir. I hear what you're saying, but it's just too much things to tool, too much things to sculpt and tool. We've already done. For those of you who went to Joe Fest and saw the original Revenge, immediately the Revenge got a 2.0 right away, right? Right away, the Revenge got a 2.0 without even seeing number one. Number one is dead, right? You're not getting that prototype at Joe Fest, which will resurface at Toy Unity, might be up for sale because you're not going to see that anymore. All right, that's just done and dusted. This is my first live stream. I love all your Makina toys. I wonder what the next vehicle will be. Yes, it's actually gonna be mentioned in this live stream, so stay tuned. Thank you so much. Johnny876 It's actually B76, Bravo 76. So born in the year of 1976, is that right? That means you're 1 year my senior. Greetings from Ireland, and I'm actually having some good old Guinness. Am I supposed to show that on live stream? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Yes, all these is coming up in the next slides, sir. So please hang on to your horses. I won't answer about Fast and Furious because it's a license definitely that we can probably do, but we need to focus on what we have on our plate right now. Why Machina figures don't have eyes on their head? Okay, so we did Machina without eyes on the figure as a. It's strangely enough, right? You're trying to do something new with modern take, and yet you're doing the old thing. But it's just the way the artistry in us work. We wanted to keep the nostalgicness of the Kenner figures without the eyes for our Machina. So even though we improve the vehicle, we maintain without the eyes. But wait a minute, just hold on to your horses. Why we did that? Okay, because that paves the way for selling individual carded figures. Okay, you should sell the drone box and van separately for people who want to add them to other vehicles. You see, it could be a consideration, right? We've not ruled out that yet. You could be buying all the stuff that you're seeing gray, but then again, you might have to DIY yourself because there is no anchor points on this guy that will match the previous REVs automatically, because the previous REVs are secured with screws, but the new REVs are secured with magnets. So if you unscrew the previous REV, buy this part with magnet, you got to get some magnets on your own to do some DIY. All right. I believe it'll be proven to be offering the parts by itself and then getting very low numbers of orders, but we may try. Okay, we may try. 110 scale, no. And it's coming, all right? So for those who didn't get to pre-order a Knight Rider, we're going to have a chance to do so later. Well, Eddie, you can actually pre-order on Factory Entertainment's website. It's still available for pre-order on Factory Entertainment's website, as well as other websites like BBTS. So not to worry, okay? We are sold out on our allocation because based on the contract of the license agreement, we were allocated a certain number and we have sold out of that allocation, okay? All right, moving on. No, not moving on, because there's still a few more comments. Yes, we're going to be selling figures separately. Will the roof be still removable? Yes, the roof, as I mentioned, for REVs 2.0 is all by magnets. Okay, magnets. Okay. Okay, all coming up, sir. Okay. All right, so next, guys, is we're talking about REVs, okay? REVs, and I need to show you the rest of the REVs. Need to show the rest of the REVs. Next one in line would be the Renaissance. Okay, so the Renaissance will be what you saw at Joe Fest, and I'm just going to run through the images here. All right, that is the Renaissance 4-seater, open and close, backside view, open, side view, front side view, front view, sorry, with the lights on, okay, and then with the weathering on this guy, the paint apps, the markings. All right, so this is the. In fact, like I said, I've never actually shown all these on a live stream before, but today's live stream, we're showing you guys all the stuff which we've actually already posted on our Facebook, but some of you guys don't have Facebook, it's fine. So this is the REV Renaissance, okay? Some close-up pictures there for you to have a look, okay? And of course, pre-orders, look at that, pre-orders in that green oval, pre-orders for REV's Revenge, Renaissance, and Receiver will open in September. Although at Joe Fest at the end of June, we mentioned sometime in July, but because we went back to the drawing board to sculpt new parts for the Revenge, that took up time. And of course, with all our procedures, we got to make sure that the Revenge is nicely colored up correctly, take pictures again before we can list it up for pre-orders. But of course, the Renaissance and Receiver are pretty much done as they are, so we can actually use the existing pictures to take the pre-orders for the listings. Okay, so gonna just do this, which is to stop this screen, and I'm going to share another screen, which is going to be the receiver. Okay. So receiver, first time going through all these up close with you guys. Okay. You get okay, so you mentioned about the channel 6, removing the 6 and just leaving the 6. No problem. These are all aesthetic changes that we can make as running change. Okay, so not to worry there. If you are worried that it's a repeat of the word of number 6, not to worry. We will make all these adjustments accordingly. Okay, so next one here is another view like that. So I'm going to actually reduce the diameter of that very tall antenna mast. I believe currently it's a little bit too thick, so that will be changed. This is the radar dish that is actually articulated. You can turn it around. All right, there's a little cable there for realism. All right, turns around. That's all the gizmos on top of the van. Okay, as well as this view here. There's some different lighting conditions, and those of you actually saw at Joe Fest, you'll see that there's actually a piece of cardboard that depicts some other equipment that will be part of the receiver. Okay, I probably have to do a follow-up photograph to show that part. Otherwise, people don't know it's there. But there will be a facade, right? A little cardboard with prints of other equipments that a news van would probably have. So you can use that as a backdrop to take some pictures. So that will be included as well. And that would be the receiver. Again, a side view with a bit more lighting opening up here. A view taken from low down. Also new, there's new side mirrors as well for this guy. Okay. All right, so that actually concludes the receiver. All right, so we've gone through the Revenge, Renaissance, and Receiver, and those are the REVs that we're going to be putting out for pre-orders in September. Okay. Oh, you mean just the drone box? Okay. But there are people that actually ask for the whole whole section with all the shebang, right? So we will look into it. We look, yeah, maybe sell the drone and the box as a set. Gotcha. Um, oh, is factory sold out? Really? Uh, are they sold out? Let me look at the. Well, I'm going to believe you that they sold out, right? But I'm not sure why would they be sold out, because based on the last conversation, I think they could still be taking orders. Oh, they're sold out. So maybe they have also sold out on the allocation, right? Because this is a limited edition run. So BBTS, do you think BBTS is having it? BBTS, let's go. BBTS, come on. BBTS. It's on pre-order. All right, so it's on pre-order at BBTS. I'm going to drop it in the comment section right here. So Eddie, they're still available on BBTS. You can check it out. Okay. Airwolf prototype looks amazing. We'll be discussing that today. I've already discussed it on the top of the hour. Just going through some stuff with the prototype that we had on display at SDCC. Nothing much else I can say. Licensing restrictions, but we are working on improving the sculpt, adding the paints on the next iteration. So when you see the Airwolf next time round, it's going to blow your mind. All right. Okay. Ramen Makina has replaced everything else that was on my top shelf. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. When it comes to magnet accessories, doubt magnets have the demagnetized days later and lost the stickiness. I'm not sure about that. We got to go to the the science section of the internet. So Rev 2.0 will deliver it at the end of the year for the white, the black, and the Raider. And then for the rest of the stuff, it'll be next year because there's new tooling involved, right? The existing Rev is already tooled. We just need to get the numbers together and then start the production. And then, for the new Revs, Renaissance, Receiver, and Revenge is brand new tooling. So that will take some time for delivery. Again, it should be within the next 12 months. All right. Well, sir, too many options. We need to find points of anchor. And that's something that we always struggle, because if you have holes on a vehicle or on a part that's meant for something else, that means when the something else is not there, you're gonna have holes. So we don't really plan like that. But again, customizing, you can always do whatever. Thank you so much for joining late. No problem. We're just getting into let's see. We're getting into slide 43. So there's about 20 more slides to go. Okay. Thank you so much. We look forward to your support on that particular vehicle. Yes, September will be an expensive month because, as you can see, these are the actual photographs that we took from Joe Fest, the actual prototype. So on the right over there, the receiver center is the Renaissance, and then the now obsolete Revenge, because that is no longer going to be what we're doing. It's going to be what you see that I just presented with all the new gadgets and stuff. And speaking of Revenge, okay, like I said, this slide shows that it's a brand new interior. All right, drone sold separately, and of course, I think we'll mention that the drone with the container, right? Thanks to our viewer logical. It's a logical suggestion. And of course, drone sold separately. There was a close-up view of the drone, and I've done a demo of how it transforms. And then a close-up view of the interior, right? Brand new interior for the Revenge. And it also comes in black. I guess that's what you guys have been waiting for. All right. Yes, it comes in black. Just bought the blast effect from one of my hunters. Thanks for the heads up. Thank you so much for the support. Okay. Ordered the Knight Rider dude. Can't wait. Thank you so much. Will we have our own booth at SDCC next year? Negative, but we will be looking at having some of our displays with a collaborative partner. Things are not yet confirmed, so we can't say anything for sure, but we're looking at having our products on display there next year, and hopefully we are able to sell some exclusive as well, which you guys may not want because you guys hate exclusives. It's like, oh, why are you doing exclusive? I want to get it. You make it so hard to get. Okay, so we'll see, right? It might be a exclusive that's easily available. Okay, so that's that. Can we get a room tour? Maybe not today. Not today. Asus Fast Pizza. We need help. We need help to design stickers and deco because we are a small team. The sculptor is busy doing up 3D models. Our factory is busy doing up the prototypes for us to confirm. So all these aesthetic stuff, stickers and stuff, we do really need some other help. Maybe if we have a reliable artist that can assist us, then that can be much more easily available. Got here late, not to worry. Please do catch us up from the front. It's currently 1 hour 30 minutes. I initially wanted this to be like 2 hours only, so we'll see how it goes. I think we're doing good on time. The link for the BBTS is sold out. Really? Where? I don't see sold out. It says add to cart right here. You're joking me. You're pulling my strings, right? Okay, so any chance of the Mets mask comes out, we can get a Venom. No, this is actually very, very difficult because we are not selling that many units of the helmet, right? So it does not give us the confidence to go and make another helmet. All right. So I need to see numbers on the helmet. I need to sell more than 1,000 to make sure that we are in good hands for another project. This is just me speaking to you honestly. It's not that I don't want to do it. I love to do it, but if I can't justify the sales, then it's actually very, very wrong for us to be spending tens of thousands to tool and only selling a few hundred, like the Back to the Bones, and then having to potentially cancel the project and all these things. It's not a good look. So let's get the Mets Hawking out the door first. Okay, that's coming up in my slides. Always bet on black. All right, and more views of the Revenge in black. Again, these are not AI. These are actual renders done by the artists with the actual 3D that you've seen me pull up and show you. All right, and a side view as well. And I think that's it. Okay, so a very expensive month in September because we are going to be also pre-ordering the Outlaw, right? Now that we have gotten the Marshall out, 3030 is out, next is the Outlaw, right? Outlaw, you have seen the prototype at Joe Fest. We have actually improved on the faces, okay, which I will show. Again, we don't do pre-orders until we show you the full thing. So the next thing that you're gonna be looking out for is the Outlaw in the new facial portraits, which we'll be showing very soon. Okay, I need time to get things done, but it will be in time for us to do a pre-order in September. Okay, the Revenge in Black is game over. It is game over. Will you guys be canceling your order on the Raider for the Revenge in Black? I hope not. I hope not. Well, I will go for pre-order. It'll be next year, sir, because we need to actually finalize a colored prototype with all the improvements. What you saw at SDC is nothing than what you're going to be seeing for the final product. And obviously that will bring us to 2027. Hopefully early 2027, very early on, we will have pre-orders for that. The Turtle Van, Ryan. And of course, can you make the do you make the 112 ramen Crimson Steed? Crimson Steed. You're making up names for us. No, we don't want to touch Ferrari. I'll order one today. Thank you so much. Big Kit Action. What's up? Collectors Bay, right? Our friends, Dennis. What's up? Sorry to hear about the helmets. Yes, it is true, right? I mean, I don't have to fool you on that one. Again, I will show you, right? Let's see. I will show you right now. Okay, so right here. Okay, so this is. Oh, I can make myself big. Okay, so this is the Shopify of the Mets Hockey helmet, -495. That means there's number of units sold. I mean, who makes helmets and sell 500 pieces? I mean, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. So let's keep on going. All right. Okay. So, are the tire hard or soft? It's gonna be like it's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be too soft. It's gonna be just nice, right? Rolling Snakes waiting for the Airwolf and other 118 offerings. Great. Do Mets boy and bot comes carded coming to that real soon. Okay, so next thing we're gonna move on is there you go. Product. Okay, product is the gift set. All right. Let's see. What's my gift set? Oh, there we go. So, in case you guys don't know, this is the link for the Red Gullwing gift set, and I have it with me. Right, those of you who at Joe Fest, you saw the sample, but not everybody went to Joe Fest. So this is the Gullwing 2.0. All right. So one button activation. Again, these side mirrors are meant to be taken out in flight mode. All right. One button activation. The back comes out as well. Let's do that again in case you didn't see it from the back. One button activation. Right? No sagging wings. The parts come out this way. Right? Okay. And of course, this time round, we're going to have blast effects. Right? Blast effects over there. And thrusters effects over there. And this time round, we're gonna have well, it's all brand new tooling for the interior. Okay, and of course, the gift set comes with the figures that you already saw uh, over there. All right, and a bit more in depth. The early bird, by the way, ends September 4th because there are people who say that they want to get the individual carded figures as well. So we'll have the individual carded figures available for pre-order at the end of this month, and hence we will not close the pre-orders in 30 days, but we'll extend it a little bit more. So please do get your orders in by September 4th. This is a long early bird. The early bird, the bird is no longer early. It is very late. Okay. So some images here for you to see. Obviously, a conversion from car to fighter jet. Interior. You can see the interior colors are there. You can see the blast effects, the new thrusters, the thruster effects. You can see that the figure sits in like that, right? Business suit Matt Hawking and the boy. And another picture here to show the vehicle on the stand. And like I said, there's been some concerns about maybe removing the sticker to make it more animation accurate. Yeah, we can do that, no problem, right? We will just remove the sticker, so and then color it for more animation accuracy. And then, of course, you guys want to see what you are seeing now. Okay, you will see this first because this is for the first time, I think, but I do need the white background. You will see the bot for the first time, right? Is it focusing? I don't think it's focusing. There we go. So the bot, the bot, right, in scooter mode. Okay, and I will transfer. Okay, there's a reason why there is a hole there is for the boy to sit down to get his butt right into the seat, but there will be a attachment right here, right, by magnets to retain the seat position. And of course, fragile is a prototype, but I'm going to transform it. Let's see. I'm going to pull out the hands. Right, hands comes out. Okay, and then this part here opens up, and this part here opens up. This goes in. This comes down. And you got why is it not focusing? Why is the camera not focusing? There we go. There we go. All right, and the head turns. Right. Okay. So that's the bot, which you will see. There you go. The whole gift set, right? No eyes. And also the bombs are the toy version bombs, and I'll throw in the cartoon version bombs as well, as per what a customer suggested. Okay, so speaking of the individual carded figures, the figure on the left is still in development because we have been so busy that we have not actually developed actual prototypes. They are still in 3D phase. I mean, it's there, just that we have not had the time to output them as prototypes. But coming soon are the individual packaged figures of Matt Hawking, Portia White, and the Violet Widow. I'm not sure if you can see it as clearly, but they are the version with the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to make myself big again. So in order of the first one, okay, that's the Portia White with the eyes. I'm not sure how clear that's coming up on screen, but it's fairly decent, right? The first carded figures with eyes, and of course you got the Violet Widow with the eyes. Not sure how clear that is coming up on screen, but the eyes are there. Okay, right, eyes are there, and of course Matt Hawking with his suit with the eyes. All right. These are really, really small. And of course, the boy and the bot with his eyes. Can you see that? And can you see how small the boy is compared to if you have Matt Hawking? If you have Matt Hawking, which why don't you have Matt Hawking? You gotta have Matt Hawking. If you have Matt Hawking and you look at the boy, how small is the boy with the eyes? Right? So it is really, really there, right? It's there. Of course, there you go, right? These images are the boy with the eyes. If you can see it, can you see on the screen? All right. Let's see. Any chance you can provide a helmet for Toy Explosion on September 12th? Wow, September 12th is. I think we spoke about this. I may have to freight it to you. We'll talk, all right? We'll talk. Got my order in for the new Garland gift set. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Waiting for Shin Machina. Yes, it's going to be talked about in this stream, but showing will be later. Beautiful. You're going to cry. The price on the gift set early bird is a great deal. Just look at the prices. I don't know, but we want good BEAU beautiful. Beautiful. Love the activation button. Shin Machina when 2027 next year, but we will show off prototypes this year. I'm liking a new deco on Gullwing, but will the Shin have the same new deco? We'll see. We will see, right? Fuyo, Uncle Roger, like this gift set very well. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Amazing bot. Thank you. The bot is lovely. Really digging the mold. Thank you so much. Love the bot. Thank you so much. Suka. Amazing. Is this the same Suka as the Suka I know? Because the ID looks a bit different. Lots of playability with the bot. It's so small, guys. I mean, it's so small. I would hate it if I get complaints that the bot is too small and you can't even transform it. I think you probably need a pair of tweezers to help you to manipulate certain transformation. I mean, it's really. I mean, you guys have big hands, right? So, moving on. Can you make the 1/12 scale Rodman Mamba or Python? Let's one step at a time, sir. Tremendous work on T-Bop. Yeah, the price is not going to be expensive as well. It's going to be reasonable. I mean, if you do some math between the Gullwing and the gift set, you can sort of work it out. Hey, Talib, good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Board is a genius. You should do this as a larger scale. Sometimes when it gets too big, not a 3-pack, is a 2-pack, as I mentioned. Boy and bot is 2-pack. Looking good in proportions. Thank you. We've actually gone through this many iterations. That's why we couldn't get this out any sooner, was because we had different iterations. We thought that the boy is going to be like this big, and then there were complaints about it's too big, bot's too big. We went back to the drawing board, re 3D, re-output. As it got smaller, it got more difficult. The boy couldn't reach the front of the handle, and he still can't, right? So yeah, I mean, this is the best. I think the best we can do, is the pack hole in the foot of the boy still the same? We have not yet gotten the pack hole, but no, we have no pack holes actually. All our figures have no pack holes. Yep, our figures have no pack holes going forward because only Matt's had the pack hole, but there's no pack hole on Porsche White and Violet Widow. I wonder why. Maybe it was a slip of our mind. I'll check it out. But it should be the same if there's pack holes. Making a new gull wing as cartoon accurate possible is a great move. Thank you so much. 112 is later on, definitely later on. Thank you so much for the same Suka. Yeah. Also, did you get the deal we promised? The 2.0? Did you get that? We sent it out. It's all individual, sir. We've already decided it's all individual. Porsche, Mets, and Violet, all individual. Thank you, Scuba Diver Picker. Great job. Thank you so much. Not me. Okay, so all right, moving along. So that is the boy and bot as a twin pack or something we call it on the blister. Great. Thank you. We took some time with that because there was definitely some back and forth with the 3D. That's good. Okay. Moving along. Slide 60. So there's actually 20 plus slides to... Oh, there's only 8 slides to go. 8 slides to go. 8 slides to go. Okay. So, next Machina. All right. Details coming at the end of the year. Because this is already in development, as you have seen the prototype in our fandom page. I did not post it on our main page for fear of more of ramifications. But now you're seeing it, right? This is the next Machina, not Shin, not anything else but Machina. Okay. And this is the figure Machina. Again, when it comes to the vehicle, there's no eyes. When it's individually packed, there'll be eyes. That's the helmet right there. And Shin Machina, right? We're coming up with a new logo for the Shin, and 2 vehicles are already in play. Of course, Gullwing and Shark, because you need the Shark in the same size, not our Machina size. So Shin Machina, not just size, but also shape. Shape to cartoon accuracy, because cartoon is not as curvy as the vehicle that we've done for the Shark, right? So it's going to be shaped more towards cartoon, and that will be announced later in the year with prototypes. Okay. And of course, I didn't mention about the overbite because that is 118, and there are new developments which I may have to hold back on the 118, but we'll see, right? I'll let you know when I know. Okay. And moving along is the good old boys, right? Pre-order September. We spoke to you guys at Joe Fest. We showed off the prototype. You guys saw the gloss. You guys saw the figures. There was points to be taken. There is no right side mirror. There is no markings on the tires, etc., etc. The yellow on the shirt is a bit too yellow. You got to tone it down. The jean shorts is not white, it's jean blue. That's going to be changed. There's new sculpt that will show more curviness versus the jeans parts. All these will be revealed at the end of this month. At Joe Fest, I spoke to you, say I will get this for pre-order at the end of this month, but it has to be delayed until September because of all these changes that we're making. Okay, so please bear with us. It will be available as figures by itself, a 3-pack. This is a 3-pack, right? Not the previous Machina with Porsche and Matt and Violet. This will be a 3-pack. This will be a 3-pack. No questions, not singles, 3-pack. It will come with the car as a gift set. Maybe something different with the gift set, right? And then the car itself will be available as well because people who have not gotten the car may want the car, all right, with improved accuracy, such as this. Look at it. There is no right mirror, side mirror now. There's no markings on the wheels. Same gloss. The gloss might not be showing up as good because I'm using this black background, but same gloss that you saw at Joe Fest. On this side, there's the left side mirror, and this side that was not shown at Joe Fest. I said I was working on it. The new engine for the Tiger Orange. All right, the new engine for the Tiger Orange, and this will be what's included in this Tiger Orange, in this gift set, in this Good Old Boys. All right, this is the engine. Okay, it was great meeting you at Joe Fest. Likewise, do you really need another Switchblade? Yes, and we're calling it Switchblade. We're calling it Switchblade. All right. I will never have money again to Switchblade, please. And this Switchblade will not be flimsy. It will not be light. It will be Machina. Okay. Others have the wings pop out. Okay, let's not talk about that. Okay. Yes, Shin Machina Shark. Good things come to those who wait. Not related to anything you've shown, but is there a chance you can release the diorama road plate separately without the wall sections? Let us look into that because we are also developing the second stage of the diorama, literally a second layer of where the building is, and we'll look into that. Okay, just take the money. I wish it was that easy. When? I don't know. Okay, school bus is another separate different thing. It's a must. The doors aren't supposed to open. Now we can't do that because you'll have a pain to put the figures in. All right, so the doors must magically open. Okay. Thank you, Neil. Thanks so much. I wish it was only that simple, but we have to show the product. So the Machina mass vehicles will be a different size scale than the Shin Machina. Yes, because the original Machina was meant to be a bit bigger because we thought that the original cannon was too small. But we have heard that you guys want the original small size Shark to match with your original cannon collection. So hence, Shin Machina was conceived. And in that note, if your original Thunderhawk is a little bit too simple and you don't want anything bigger than that, we'll give you something that will be better in the same size. Right? Okay. Pricing will be given next month when the pre-orders are announced. I know this means a lot. I know this is a lot of work. I appreciate a bit of delay. Yes, we want to sell. I mean, we want to get money in. Make no mistake about it. The company needs to have cash flow, but we don't just do cash flow because, let's just do cash flow. We get the product right. And by that, it means new sculpts, new prototypes, new pictures, then new listing. Okay, pricing of Golo Voice 3-pack. Yes, we'll get that to you ASAP when we are about to do the pre-orders. Like I said, I've given some estimates to people at Joe Fest, and it should not deviate from there. Sound effects, you bet sound effects. There will be sound effects and lights as well. You have the Switchblade right. Okay. Yes, we will use the Switchblade name, of course, because nobody else is using it. Yes, the new Shark is going to be smaller to your Canon size. You will see it, right? You guys will see it. We could. I guess we could. Hey, yo, Joe, what's up? What's happening in Jersey? If you really need graphic designer help with van logos, please reach out. I'm retired. Yes, sir. Toy YOLO. Please reach out to me because I wouldn't know how to reach out to you. That's only a handle. So if you could email me, find me on Instagram. Our Instagram, Ramen Toy, IG _Ramen Toy. Send me a message. Indicate your Toy YOLO. Will be more than happy to get your services. Wonder if you're going to make a police car. Yes, I think I mentioned that. And that could be the first 4-door vehicle that we're doing. Shout out to Jerk. Hopefully decals are already on. Yes, decals will be on. It'll be pet printed on. It'll be tempo printed on. Releasing in both scales of market. Yes, we're gonna do different scales because we feel that different scales is inevitable, right? Inevitable to have different scales. Definitely possible. I've asked about which semi truck is exactly Rhino, so we're definitely working on that. Did a message skip? Will the hood, engine, and other parts fit this new variant? It fits. All the parts are the same. Just that if you have an old part that's not gloss, and this is gloss, then you have a non-gloss part on a gloss vehicle, right? Just make sure you know about all these discrepancies. Okay. Of course, no worries there. And great. Okay, so finally, is this the end of our slide? Yes, look at that. The Ramen Racer 2.0. I mentioned before on the top of the hour, right? Again, pre-orders at the same time. It will be available with the flame effects. Let's do it one time. You can change it out. It will be gloss. The only difference is there's gloss, and don't mind the tan interior. It will not be tan. It will be black, right? It will be a black interior. It will be the Ramen Racer 2.0 with all the interchangeable parts, and you can change it out, get the flames on, and this will be available for you so that there's no eBay prices to finagle with. Not sure about that. Let's see. Thanks for that. Hell yeah. And you want this? I'm not sure. And finally, I think. Okay, so finally, the Wolverine. I got more than 60 slides. Okay, 70 slides. So the Wolverine pre-orders will be in October, right? Let's give us a rest in September. There's just too much stuff in September. Let's bring this over to October, but I will show the final prototype in September. We've already just shown off the colored renders of the Commander. We have taken in some, constructive changes at Joe Fest for the Wolverine. It will be available in 2 colors. The first color is your authentic color with weathering, right? With weathering. So this will be the difference factor. You will get it in that traditional color that you like, the desert color, but again, with weathering. And not weathering that's done like not so good. It will be good weathering, all right? Nice, proper weathering. Okay, so that is going to be October, and I'll show off the final prototype really soon, so please stay tuned. And then, of course, the upcoming events that I'll be attending in September will be Motu Fest in Cincinnati for 2 days only, 12 and 13. I'm going to be flying up. And the next one will be Toy Unity Expo, which I won't talk about right now because that's further down the road in November. But please support Ramen Toy at this convention because we're going to be bringing just a very small amount of things to sell. Sell some stuff, right? So one of the things I'll be selling, of course, is the most powerful stand in the universe, right? We actually had them for sale at, full disclosure, right? Full transparency. We had them for sale at Motuniverse at $10 each. So why are you increasing them to $15? Because there is shipping involved, right? We are selling them on our site for $12, and the shipping on our website is very expensive. I understand that, but that's just the way it is because these are that big and is that much it costs to ship. Okay, so we try to do something in Motuniverse, like by doing a simple $10. Who wants to charge 12 and then I gotta change you $8 for a 20, right? So, but now at 15, you can give me 15 in 10s and 5s, all right? So yeah, it helps out with the shipping costs, and you still get it cheaper anyway. It was a very good seller at Motuniverse. It's available in clear red, clear purple, clear green, and glow in the dark, right? So do get yourself known. There'll be a limited amount of stock for sale there. Not going to be a lot. So please, if you are heading out to Motu Fest, go get some most powerful stand in the universe. Also, the final production sample of Bat to the Bone will be displayed at Motu Fest, unlike what was shown at Motuniverse, which was still very fragile. This will not be fragile. This will be the real thing. And we have decided that there's no point to... Sometimes things don't happen. We don't have to push for it. There's no way this thing is going to reach 1,000 pieces. So there's no point to keep waiting and waiting. We've decided to call it quits at 300. We're going to make 300. We're going to lose money on this. But that's the nature of the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Hence, we are marking this up to $300. Wrong, $350 from $199 because it's going to cost us that amount of money to make it, more than the retail price. So there's no way we're going to be selling the retail price and lose more money on the subsequent MOQ of 300. We've already sold 165 pieces. It's clear as day. Right there on the counter. The counter is not manipulated by me. I don't punch in the numbers to pretend or show as if we're selling low, but we're having a lot of orders. Why would I do that, right? So that is the numbers that we have. We figured if we did 300, the remaining 100 plus at 350, which may not sell, might help us closer to break even instead of losing money. Okay, so that's just the nature of it, right? I may not sell a single unit at 350, but I have to price it as that at that for the fact of the production. And at Motu Fest, you will get to see Bat to the Bone. For those who have bought in at $199, you will get your Bat to the Bone. I did not want to cancel the project, refund money. there's all this talk about, oh, you've held on to my money for so long, where's the interest and all these things. We held on to it for as long as we thought we could get numbers in. But since we know that it's a lost cause, we are going to cut our losses. We're going to fulfill the people who supported on the onset. 300 pieces is the limited edition size of this whole project, never to be done again. All right. And yeah, move on. We move on, right? And we move on to Seaman and the sister. We've talked about this till the cows come home, but because we've been trying to make it as best as we can, and then this goes for all the stuff. We make a gull wing and then we make a 2.0. Customers say, why don't you just make it right the first time? That's what we're doing here. But don't take my words for it if you see a Seaman 2.0 in the future. Because what we've learned is that no matter how you want to perfect your body this time round, and you think that you've done it this time around, after going through many iterations of changes, believe you me, if you think that you have done it and you're going to close shop and this is the best thing ever, then you're wrong. Because then you've stopped learning, then you've stopped improving, and that's not the whole idea. We think that we've done as best as we can with this figure. It's not the best. I don't declare as the best, but we've given our best efforts to do it. We hope that it will be able to at least sell enough for us to make the years of investment of this worthwhile. It's all up to you guys, right? I'll have this final prototype on display in Motu Fest. You guys can touch it, you can play with it. The whole idea is that these figures are compatible with Masterverse. You can take Masterverse's armor, weapons, sometimes hands and leg parts, and swap it out. Why? I don't know. For fun, right? And then the sister will be there finally, not in that blue. I feel that the blue is wrong. It's gonna be changed. Not with that wash on his skull. Is not correct. You will see it, right? No point for me to say any more stuff. I'm showing you this. You will see it, and I'm going to end off this live stream on a high note, because this has been, you guys have been waiting a long time for this, and I think it's going to be okay, right? It's going to be okay because I'm going to show you something else that this thing has right now, and it starts with here. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? All right. You want to see that again? See it again. That is link by link. Link by link. And you'll see it at Motu Fest on Seaman. All right. So once again, if there's any customer service issues, please do email aftersales@ramentoy.com. And I'm going to finish up the rest of the comments. We're just 13 minutes past the 2-hour mark that I thought we would end. So right here, as soon as this is over, I'll begin to immediately liquidate all my other collectibles. Please don't do that. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me. Okay. Let's see. Krusty Old Crow. I need some chips. Foes stickers. Okay. Waiting for the Shin Machina shark. Yes, just wait a little bit more. Wolverine Commander is very slick. Thank you so much. Ace gets all your money in October. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's up? How are you doing? Super excited for the Knight Rider. How about the Johnny 5 short circuit? Not sure about that. Okay, Golden Duck is great. Thank you so much for supporting the most powerful stand in the universe. Yeah, buy the stands, buy some stands, because the thing about is that you can put the Motu card behind the stand and it acts as a backdrop, a nice backdrop. Thank you, DM send, and I'll look at it in the morning. Right now it's 2:16 a.m. On a Saturday night. I need to take a rest. Okay, pre-order on day one. Love it. Thank you so much, Amber. Trying to decide if I swap my OG racer for the new glossy one. You see, there's options, always options. It's like a stock market. If you see it's priced high now, you can liquidate it, you sell it, get some money back, for the new gloss racer. Still crazy to me that this beauty doesn't attract any more buyers. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it happens. There's no explanation, there's no explanation. It just happens. Love the transparency, and that's what it's all about. That's all it's all about, right? Again, I look you in the eye, and there ain't no lies here. It's all about honesty, truth, and facts. That's all it is. 350 again. 350. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Consider adding Kickstarter projects to your site. Maybe, maybe, possibly. Again, IT stuff for the IT people the IT folks to work on, but we'll see. All right. Cease and desist. That's right. Desistor looks exceptional, and if things turn out right, it will look even more exceptional at Motu Fest. All right, looks pretty darn good to me. Thank you so much. He will come with the accessories. You can definitely touch it. Header will not break it. This is header proof. Okay, and thank you so much for that. Congrats on a great year of production. It is an intensive year, and it will keep on getting more intensive. Okay, great for Black Star. Hopefully, with the body, with a nice, muscular body, we can hopefully do something else. This one, I think we can change the feet. I think. Lamborghini, nope, not going there. This one again, not possible at the moment because of licensing. Thank you so much. We just hope we can do something good. And this one is in development. Okay, understood there. Yes, that's my fear. Guys. Okay. And ambulance. Okay, next Rev 3.0. How about that? Rev 3.0. Thank you so much. We're always gonna improve. You can bet your baby babkas. Rev van in 118 might be possible, right? Might be possible. Because I believe in different scales. Let's wait for the colored prototype. Okay, don't worry there. Thank you for this. He is the younger version. Was always my choice for a He-Man. Believe you me or not. Weapons rack, we have it, but we sort of felt that it's just gonna be difficult to sell. Who wants to buy a weapons rack, right? So it was just something that I came up with because I thought that the existing weapons rack were not enticing enough. Didn't hold enough weapons. I don't know, but it's not exactly something I think that is gonna have lots of sales. So I don't know. We'll see. Right? We have the thing sculpted, but it's hard to now how to market it. Thank you so much. And thank you. Okay. Still Daytona, huh? Okay. We'll think about that. All right, guys. So that's the end of the comments. It's 2 hours plus. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. I think I had a bit of a problem so that the outro might not be working. All right. So I'm just gonna end on this note to say thank you for joining me. Those that's on the replay crew, I thank you for your time. I won't have the timestamps for the live stream. If anybody wants to help me out, I'm also very grateful. So hopefully we get lots of views on this live stream. It didn't really start out with many people. I'm not sure, maybe you guys having Saturday morning with family. Hopefully the replay will be good. You guys, watch the replay, and then if there's questions, place it in the comments. I will do my best to answer everyone. And of course, I'll be doing another stream soon with more stuff to review. Wolverine final colors, Good Old Boys final everything, Ramen Racer 2.0 final gloss with the new engine and stuff like that. And of course, Machina. There's going to be a whole live stream on that with prototypes never seen before. And of course, Commanders. We're going to get back to our roots and get those done in a much more retro artistic, modern 80s nostalgia fashion. And on that note, I've said enough, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Ace out. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.